18 years old, kid from home, can serve this country, sign your life away, and go to war and possibly die. Boom, taken out by a drone just like that. Crazy to me that on social media, I spoke my opinion, my experience, what I've gained, and what I've seen and learned from the Navy over my 6 years of serving. Crazy to me that this is a job. This is more than a job. This is a lifestyle. This is a lifestyle where you put your life on the line. You sign that contract. You choose to be away from your family, away from your home, away from your hometown, and put your life on the line. And yes, I made a video saying that a lot of people I met were degenerates. A lot of people I met were uneducated in the military, or the Navy, I guess you could say, because Navy's my only experience, right? I did make a video saying all that, and I stood on what I believed in. And as you can tell, E4 Mafia got deranked from E5 to E4 because of my opinion online, and it offended some people. Now listen, I could have broadened the narrative, and maybe I should have. Maybe it wouldn't have offended so many people that served this country and did so many great things. Maybe I told people that they don't understand the way that life actually works. And when I said that, I meant for them to go outside of the box. Don't just get stuck in your 9 to 5. Don't accept orders. Just keep going forward and listening to other people around you and letting them control and dictate your life, because ultimately your life is up to you. I've said a lot of things. Who hasn't, right? Who doesn't have strong opinions? Who isn't intelligent enough to display those opinions? I'm so proud of myself because I always stood on what I believed in. Yes, like I said, NJP'd 9 months later. And everybody who said I was going to get gainfully employed, the opposite actually happened. I started getting off earlier. And now they took away my instructor in EC to where I couldn't do anything at the command. So if anything, it kind of made my paycheck easier for me. So no, I don't have any complaints on that. Now, it's insane because what really hits harder? Does it hit harder to say people in the military I met are degenerates, uneducated, a lot of people that are in leadership positions are illogical, they overstep their boundaries, overstep their authority? And is it easier to say that, and does it hit harder when I say that than it is to say, yeah, but some people in leadership are great, some people are phenomenal? Because I have met great leaders. I have a lot of role models that I met in the military. The military has given me everything in life, from experience, from knowledge. Everything I've gained, I'm going to utilize that. And that's what gave me this thought process and everything else that I believe in my life, and taught me all this confidence and get away from those insecurities and everything else. But the military hit his growth point for me personally. And that's when I went online ranting and telling everybody about it was, because all I was doing was spreading awareness. 99% of the time, yes, as an operations specialist, you will sit around doing nothing. And it's not just my rate, it's multiple other rates. When you're on that warship, even when you go on deployment, you think that you're going to be doing something fantastical. You're not doing nothing but floating around the ocean in circles for months on at a time. World deterrence, that's what the Navy's about. It's about maintaining, sending these warships out and scaring off the other countries, right? And if something does happen, then war and everything else, like of course, right? You do what you have to do. But for the most part, that's what your job is. I'm not saying ships don't get fired at. I'm not saying that you're not in a dangerous situation, because you are, but you're not getting paid for what you're giving and sacrificing in your life. And you know, I believe that people that stay in the military, a lot of people get filtered out, the intelligent ones that think about what could have been, what they could have done, what blessings or path they really should have been on. Because a lot of people that do this job, I feel the reason why leadership has so many struggles is because a lot of people get filtered out. And the ones who were bad or don't know how to lead or came from childhood trauma or abuse or whatever the case may be, they stay in, they get promoted, because over time, you're going to get promoted, man. If you see and hear things every single day, eventually you're going to learn them over years on time, even if you're trying not to. So the people that get promoted, they're not really meant to be leaders. A lot of them are not meant to be leaders. And like for my example, my case, I'm not pointing the blame on anybody. I've done stuff myself. I've taken accountability. They thought they could break me. They couldn't break me. If anything, it's been a blessing in my life now that I can continue and go and cherish and build a career elsewhere, such as social media. And it feels good that in 2 days I'm gonna have my freedom. But where I was going with that is, like, It's crazy to me that 6 years of serving in this country, signing my life away, right, which was my choice, people took it as complaining. I was really just stating what I've seen, what I've done, like such as the janitor work, such as I was tactical data link, like I was the lead tactical data operator, Geeks Global Command and Control System. I got my enlisted surface warfare specialist pen. Like I was the Combat Information Center watch officer. So I've led the combat team on deployment underway in the Middle East during high tempo operations. So I don't really understand the disconnect of people who see a video online and they're like, oh, this guy's just always sat around. He's only been to his short command. This guy's 18 and thinks he knows everything about life. The knowledge that I get isn't just from me. Some of it's from parents. Some of it's from my own beliefs that I formulate. Some of it's from watching Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate, watching other people such as Dan Bilzerian, what's his name, Jordan Peterson. Like, it's all from observing, because people don't understand. They see Gen Z, they think we're dumb, they think we're stupid, but we have so much technology and information at our hands. Our telephone, we even have ChatGPT, Gemini, everything. We have all these different educational sources to the point where it's like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think they understand how much technology we have. I'm 24, by the way, not 18. So 6 years, just the military is all that I've known, I guess. Like, but the military has taken a lot away from me, and I've given a lot to the military and sacrificed a lot to build this experience and have this knowledge. And I've dove into the books to get where I am today. So is it a surprise to me that I'm getting kicked out? Yes, because I've seen people around me who genuinely are degenerates and do not deserve to wear this uniform, right? You're put in predicaments or situations, especially when it's your job, things you thought you would never do. If they tell you you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it regardless, because you don't really have a choice. You can say that you have a choice, but do you really have a choice? Because you're not leaving that paycheck behind. That paycheck supports your family, your house, your cars, whatever it is that you own in life. That's why people go to war. These benefits are preached to the service members before they're even service members. These recruiters are high. It's all a business, right? And a lot of people are lied to. You think when you sign that contract, you don't know you're going to be doing other people's jobs. You don't know what the military is really about unless you had family in the military who can tell you. Like, you don't really know what you're getting yourself into. You're 18 years old. You're still a little kid. Please understand that 18-year-olds are not adults. Just because from 17 to 18 now you're an adult, you never lived anywhere outside your hometown, in your house with your parents. You never experienced life. And that's one great thing about the military. I can say the military allowed me to see, when I went to these other countries, I see people working at 2, 3 a.m. in the port. Go to different countries, see the same thing. I'm like, everybody in life is just working their 9 to 5s, trying to survive and trying to get by. And the military takes so much of your life away from you. Yeah, when you get higher rank, you start getting paid well, I can't lie. But it takes so much of your life away from you, and it's really only good for, like, Navy at least. It's really only good for benefiting the military. And if that's what you like, man, that's fine. I'm not criticizing you. In fact, I support a lot of you who could do it. A lot of people who can do 20 years plus, like, you genuinely enjoy doing this. That's great. That's great. But I think that it's getting too soft. It's getting too political. And I think that we're letting a lot of things justify or dictate the way that everything is going in the world, because there's so much propaganda and social media news and everything. Like, you don't even know what's real or fake anymore, or what's AI generated, because technology is only getting better. It's only advancing. And man, in this world, life is so, it is what you make it. And with your job title and everything else, it is what you make it. And yes, NJP to Adsepped, but in a way, this is, I kind of asked for it. It was dictated by one person. I had high-ranking officials, leadership from my old command when I was on the DDG to the leadership now, and vouching for me, telling them it would be a grave mistake to separate me. And regardless, I didn't get anything back. Had my own character statement, legal statement. Like, I went through a lot of deployment for people, oh, he's not mentally tough. I lost my sister at the beginning of deployment, came back and gained tactical data link operator without even going to the 1-month school, and led a watch team. you never know what people went through in life, man. You see social media video online, you're quick to judge, and you get pulled from both sides. There's haters and supporters. When I say these old people in leadership, illogical, don't understand life, overstepping their boundaries, overstepping authority, that's what happened to me. That's why I'm getting Adsepped. I didn't even meet the meals per min requirements. But you could take that anger, you could take it, you could fuel it in the wrong direction, you could fuel it in the right direction. Regardless of what happens to me, I want me to be an example to all of you. Always stand up on what you believed in. Closed mouths don't get fed. Sometimes open mouths get fed too much. I was fed too much. But I'm still standing here 10 toes down, standing on what I believe in, standing here as a man at 24 years old. I was never a coward, and I'm so proud of that. Even in uniform today, I can always say that I stood on what I believed in. When I got NJP'd, I didn't crumble. I stood up there and I told them, I'm a man of my word. I take accountability for all my actions, and I truthfully meant every word that I've said, because I would be wrong for me to lie and coward away just so I could get the better benefit or the better reward and be like, oh, he took accountability. Oh, he truly saw, like, not doing all that, man, because then I would be lying to myself. And you have to preserve yourself, your peace, your freedom. And maybe this job was never meant for me. Cool. But I excelled at it. I excelled at it substantially. And I would have done anything and have always done everything that I've been asked for, tasked with. And I've always provided the best of the best results. I was always looked upon by leadership to complete the work, because they knew I would do it at a great. So, you know, you say what you want, but I'm tired, man. The last year I've been fighting legal battles, fighting with higher rank officials, authority, proving my point, black and white, showing the black and white. And guess what? All of these paths that they give you, they're always like, okay, show me the black and white. All of these paths they give you in the Navy or the military, and they're like, look, we want you to use these. We want you to have questioning attitude. The SSOP, right? The Shipboard Operating Principles and Procedures, they want you to use that. But when you use that, instead of getting, you know, hyped up for it, and they're like, oh, we're wrong. No, they take their ego and their pride and they try to say that I'm wrong, but I'm showing you in black and white that I'm right. And it's crazy to me because you use the resources that are given, that are out there, and instead of being credited for them, you get looked down upon, you get disrespected, you get derogatory comments from people twice your age, from people who are in leadership positions, and dissing you and disrespecting you and everything that you've done for your country. That's what you get. Because whenever you show proof, that's retaliatory, right? That's retaliation. They don't see it as, oh yeah, we're buddy and we can come to an agreement. No, they take it as you're retaliating. So maybe the best thing you could do, close your mouth, right? And I learned this early on in the military because I had a lot of stuff to say. You can't change things without complaints. Complaining is what changed things. Statements is what changed things. Every statement you make, if it's negative, is seen as a complaint that's far from the truth. That's a bad way to look at life. That's how things get changed. I learned that early on in the military, that you're going to do whatever the leadership wants you to do. You're going to have to do it, right? But yeah, I mean, I guess that's my little rant. Almost 15 minutes. I don't want to speak too much longer. It's going to take forever to load this on TikTok. I'll post it the day that I'm out. My last time in uniform. I just wish the best for all of you. Keep continuing in your life. God bless you all, man. And yeah, just don't be like anybody else. Be who you want to be. Work towards your goals. Work towards your purpose. And keep building on that. Don't let nobody dictate your life or control. Because when all this stuff happened to me and I had to tell my wife, my family, and everything else, people start reacting crazily and they're not confident. The military gave me that experience, that confidence. Everything I've done in my life gave me that confidence. It wasn't a turning point for me. It wasn't this guy just tried to destroy my life and take away everything, right? Ruin everything, take away everything that I built, because that's basically what happened. Instead of letting that crush me, I pivoted. Now I'm gonna be making more money. my phone died, but be making more money, gonna have a bigger house, better life, and I'm looking forward to the future. So thank you all for watching the video. I know my hair is messed up and everything, whatever, mustache crazy. Bye.